Earth Science class. Coach Bennett here. Just got in some new equipment, got me a tripod and a little remote control so I can turn my camera on and off, so we'll see how this works. Anyway, wanted to kind of go over that presentation that you were looking at the other day, the PowerPoint. And the first thing that it started off with was a little poetry, but I want to dive right into the three types of rock. We have igneous, which is formed from fire. We have sedimentary and metamorphic rocks are the top that I want to talk about. Now, real quick on igneous rock. Igneous rock is formed from fire, and when magma cools and hardens, it forms lots of different kinds of igneous rock. You can look at the Bowen's reaction on there if you want to. The reason that different rocks are different colors, like this granite, if you could see it up close, you can see all the little different colors of crystals. There's some lighter colors and some darker colors, and we'll be going over that later, but I just want to introduce you to them. So one type of igneous rock is granite. We have scoria, which sometimes is called lava rock. Believe it or not, this is what we used to put in our gas grills to catch the grease. We'd set these underneath the flames, and the grease would trap on top of these. And you want to talk about some grease fires. That was back in the day. We have pumice stone, which is an igneous rock, and this is one that you can actually buy in the store if you wanted to use like to sand off on the bottom of your feet, make them nice and smooth. But my crowd favorite by far is obsidian, and I know that you guys have seen this around the class. This is obsidian, which is an igneous rock, and this is some obsidian, which is a little rougher. Sorry, come on over here. Hey, down. Now, that is rock that's formed from fire. Okay, so we have igneous rock. My old cohort's here. Come here, girl. You're driving me crazy. Sit. Now, another type of rock we have is sedimentary rock, which is formed from sediment, hence the sedimentary. And sedimentary rocks are formed when you have different sediment that gets compacted and it just gets compressed and smashed down. This is some chert. This is some chert that you might find out around natural falls. Nice piece here. Another type of sedimentary rock is limestone. Now, limestone is what a lot of our gravel roads are around here in Rogers County are made of, because we have a lot of limestone. This is in our rock quarries. And this is a piece from a rock quarry. This is also limestone. Some limestones that you find, you can see little fossils in here. I can see some of these little bitty small crinoids, which are really neat and pretty to see. Come on out here, Gina. Have a seat. Hop in on the lecture. Now, sandstone is a sedimentary rock. We have sandstone, which is nice. It's a very pretty rock. If you use it in your landscaping, it will wear down. Here's another sample of sandstone. And again, it's compressed sediment. I wish you could see it up close. You can see the layers in it. Maybe some of you have some different types of rocks laying around your house. If you're not sure what they are, if you were to take a picture and send them to me on Google Classroom, I might be able to help you out a little bit. I'm by no means an expert, but I'll do my best. Now, one of my favorite rocks is quartz. Now, this sample of quartz came from Colorado, and quartz comes in different colors. This is a milky quartz. You have quartz that can be green, such as this sample here is a little green. But quartz is a good metamorphic rock, which means it's been altered. And it gets altered by, extreme heat that may alter the composition of the rock, and then sometimes it just gets compressed down and heated up so much that it changes the nature of the stone. Now, this is basalt, and basalt is an igneous rock. And again, basalt used to cover the earth when it first cooled. This was our first rock that used to cover the earth billions of years ago. So again, on a review, igneous rock formed from fire. Remember what this is? I'm giving you a second now. Obsidian. We just talked about this one. Basalt. The favorite that you can buy in the stores to sand down your bunions a little bit. I can't remember what. Pumice. Lava rock. Scoria. And do not take this one for granted. If you take this one for granted, you're liable to miss it on the test. And I do this a lot, and I cannot remember the name of it. It's not coming to me. When I take it for granted, I forget sometimes. Now, sedimentary rocks, you have no limestone because it's from around here. Chert and sandstone. And your metamorphic rock that we're going over today, quartz. Can't pick this one up too many more times, I'll be worn out. Now, one neat thing about rocks is that they can go from one type of rock to the next. So as igneous rock gets broken down by weathering and the elements that break it down, turns it into little bitty pieces, those pieces can then follow down a stream, end up in a bed somewhere, get smashed down and compressed and form sandstone. Sandstone can be pressed down, and after millions of years, the altering of it the heat and extreme pressure can drive this rock and alter it into a metamorphic rock. And then once metamorphic rock or igneous rock or sedimentary rock could get drawn back deep into the earth, and as it melts and turns into magma again, and once it cools again, it would be an igneous rock. So in the rock cycle, rocks can go from igneous to metamorphic, from igneous to sedimentary, from metamorphic to sedimentary, and from metamorphic back to igneous. They can cycle back and forth through all the phases and types of rock. If that's your rock cycle, guys, I sure miss you. I wish you were here. Actually, I wish we were back in school, but we're not. So again, I encourage you to stay positive. We will make the most of this. I have some ideas coming up. I would like a little more participation out of my class. I would like for you guys to get back to me on Google Classroom. That way I know that you're getting the material. And again, you've got the best seat in the house right now. This is you're on my front porch, and as you can see, we've got the bird feeders going. It's a pretty evening. But I hope everyone's doing well and staying with the social distancing. And we'll get through this, and we'll be back together before we know it. We'll talk to you guys later. See how this remote works.